It has begun to snow, correct?
Yes.
Snow on the lawn, right?
Correct.
Snow on the cars.
Yes.
Snow on the trees.
Yes.
Snow on the roadway.
Yes.
Snow on the roadway can impact how tires move over the roadway, correct?
In a way.
What do you mean in a way? Of course they will. For those of you who don't know, associate's degree is 2 years of college, not even a 4-year. He doesn't have a degree. Associate's degree is kind of like, I made it halfway through college and then I quit. So the impact was so strong, pieces of plastic went flying in every direction, but the rest of the vehicle was untouched. Make it make sense.
Because it's just a piece of debris. Debris can move and change.
What? What did he just say? Did you just admit to the planting of evidence debris can move and change? Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to Buckle Up, It's the Law. Folks, today we are going to kick things off with the first episode out of at least 5 of Trooper Paul, the cross-examination by none other than Alan Jackson in Karen Reed case number 1 from May and June 2024. We only have a couple left. Trooper Paul and Brian Albert in this series from trial number 1. Trial number 2, as you all know, is already well underway, and we have had a lot of interesting witnesses and a lot of interesting cross-examinations from that case. Now, the interesting thing about Trooper Paul, why I wanted to do him and why you wanted me to do him, you get to learn so much from the cross-examination of Trooper Paul. He is so incompetent. His lack of ability to answer questions, his lack of understanding of the subject matter, his evasive answering, his being crushed into a powder-like substance on the witness stand by a master of cross-examination, and of course I'm talking about Alan Jackson, is just, a beauty to behold, folks. It is just a beauty to behold. Believe me when I say this, you are not going to regret watching this video and all the subsequent cross-examination videos of Trooper Paul, and especially in the beginning. Because in the beginning, Jackson sets the stage. This man did not do his job properly. He hasn't done his homework. He doesn't have the background. And then he starts just screwing it on. And screwing it on. It's like a titty twister, folks. It is so magical. It is so good. It is like watching a master disassemble a coward and a liar, a professional liar. Because not only is he a trooper, he is allegedly also an expert. We'll see how long that title lasts. So, folks, without further ado, I bring you the cross-examination of Trooper Paul. Let's go! By the way, folks, don't forget to like this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Both of those are free. It helps the channel and you get more content. So let's keep going.
So do you have any, do you hold any degrees in the scientific discipline of mathematics?
I do not.
Do you hold any degrees?
By the way, notice, right out of the gate, the first question out of his mouth, do you hold a degree in this field, mathematics? I do not. Watch him, watch what Jackson does. I'm just gonna be quiet because I want to comment on every word, honestly, because I've done this myself in so many different ways. It is so perfect. It is so beautiful. I'm just gonna try and shut up now so you guys can enjoy this, but you're gonna watch my face. I'm just gonna be like a fangirl. I'm gonna be fangirling over here over Jackson doing this. This is one of the most spectacular cross-examinations I have ever seen in my entire career. Let's keep going.
Scientific discipline of physics.
I do not.
Hold any degrees in the scientific discipline of biomechanics?
No.
How about in engineering?
No.
How about in kinematics?
No.
What's the highest degree that you do hold, sir?
I have an associate's degree.
In what?
Administration of Justice.
For those of you who don't know, associate's degree is 2 years of college, not even a 4-year. He doesn't have a degree. Associate's degree is kind of like, I made it halfway through college and then I quit.
You mentioned kinematics on Friday. Do you hold any
Which in a lot of fields is fine. You know, I'm not trying to crap on everybody who's with an associate's degree right now going, God damn it, Larry, how dare you say that to me? I know, but he's supposed to be an expert in this kind of stuff. That's why it bothers me. You'll see what I mean. Have you been injured in any way, shape, or form due to someone else's negligence? Call us. Trial lawyers are standing by. 1-844-774-HURT. 1-844-774-HURT. Anyway, let's get back to the video.
Certificates in the specific area of kinematics.
Yes, it's covered in the basic crash investigation classes.
Okay, so you took a class, in other words, correct?
Multiple classes.
They introduced the idea of what kinematics is, right?
Correct.
You testified about that on Friday.
Yes.
Define kinematics for the jurors.
It deals with the aspect of motion.
It's a subfield of what broader field?
Kinematics.
Kinematics is a subfield of what broader discipline of science?
I'm not sure.
Big physics, correct?
Yes.
And it describes how points and objects and systems of objects, how they move, and how the rate they move and the rate of their velocity, correct?
It deals with emotions.
What's that called? The rate of velocity. What's another word for that?
The rate of velocity?
Correct.
I mean, it deals with the motion. It deals with forward, and also deals with speed. It deals with travel and speed. If something's moving, it also has a speed to it.
Right. The word you're looking for is acceleration, correct?
Sure.
And acceleration is a word in physics. He never took physics. That's why he doesn't know that. I took basic physics in college, and I know that. You know
What
that.
role does acceleration play
So
in the
cringe.
field of kinematics?
What role does acceleration play in kinematics?
Correct.
It talks about, like you just said, it talks about the speed and talks about motion.
Is kinematics also known as the geometry of motion? Is that correct?
I have not heard that.
Never heard that. What's the difference between constrained and unconstrained motion?
Constrained and unconstrained motion.
That's what I asked.
Constrained motion. I can't recollect at the moment.
Constrained motion is motion on a predetermined path, isn't it?
Yes.
Unconstrained motion is what?
When it doesn't have a predetermined path?
Free movement, correct?
Correct.
You can remember that from your
I love how the answer had a question mark at the end of it because he's asking Jackson, is like, is that what it means? Because I don't know. I never took this stuff. You can't make this up, folks. What Jackson is doing is he's showing that this guy is incompetent. He's showing that this guy did not do his homework. He's showing the jury that this is the wrong witness to testify about what he just testified on direct examination. That's what he's doing. That's step one of disassembling a state's expert. What's your background? Sometimes you will lose on that. Sometimes the expert has degree after degree after degree after degree. So you may skip that part or maybe just gloss over it. Just, okay, so you took that and that and that. Okay, cool. Let's move on to the next topic. There are multiple avenues for disassembling an expert witness, and this series is going to explore every single one of them. That is why I love this. This is my favorite cross-examination of the entire trial number one. All of it. Yes, even more so than former Massachusetts State Police Trooper Michael Proctor, because that one was just factually abhorrent. This one is how to disassemble an expert. Okay, I'm gonna shut up again. I'm so excited.
class.
For the most part, we don't go that in depth, constrained and unconstrained.
Constrained and unconstrained, not restrained.
That's what I said. Sorry, unconstrained. Yes.
Kinematics uses algebraic formula to model these motions, right? The motions of these points and systems of points, correct?
Yes.
And it includes concepts like displacement and speed, velocity, distance,
He looks
acceleration,
confused.
which we've talked about, correct?
Correct.
And it looks at how these things, these values vary over a point in time, or duration in time. Is that right?
Yes.
Do you actually understand the physics behind the study of kinematics?
Yes.
The word you learned in class.
Oh?
Yes, we had to go over the physics part of it.
On Friday, you said that this incident is a pedestrian strike from a vehicle. You reiterated that again this morning. Is that right?
Correct.
I want to be clear. That is your opinion based on your training and experience, correct?
Yes.
And on Friday, you said you based that fact, or you based that rather opinion, on the fact that you noted a half-mile-an-hour decrease in speed and a steering input of less than 10 degrees at some point in that reverse motion, correct?
I said it was consistent. That data point in general was consistent with something that you would see within data of a pedestrian strike or striking something else. I do go on my report saying I can't say that's definitively where a pedestrian was struck, but
I'm sorry, I can barely...
it wasn't definitively. Sorry, in my report, I do say I can't say that is definitively where the pedestrian struck.
By the way, why does he keep eating his words? He sounds like Elmer Fudd from Bugs Bunny, you know, Warner Brothers. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to hate on the guy. If you know anything about me, I don't go after people in the way that they speak. I'm not going to sit here and berate him. Oh my God, look at this clown. He can't even talk. But when you are going to, you're supposed to be an expert in a field. You're supposed to know your stuff backwards and forwards. You're supposed to be testifying on behalf of the government to explain how the pedestrian accident occurred. Now, we know it's all complete bogus and horse crap, that it never happened. And now that's why he's having trouble bending over backwards trying to prove that, yes, this collision did occur. But at least enunciate, man. You're in court. You're appearing in front of a jury. Speak fluidly, speak correctly. I think he's about to get scolded by the court reporter because she's like, can you slow down and break your words apart? He's just like fusing those words together and in ways that is making it difficult, not just for us to follow, and Jackson, and the jury, and the court reporter, everybody, including Judge Bev. What the hell, man? Not professional. Very unprofessional.
Definitively, yes.
Okay, so you're going to have to slow down and speak up, okay?
And
I just
enunciate.
want to make sure I'm hearing you correctly, and I apologize.
Okay.
You said you cannot say definitively that that resulted in a pedestrian strike.
That data point within the text stream data is what I'm talking about.
Okay.
That specific points, that time frame.
Because there's a multitude of reasons why when someone is driving in reverse, they might slow down by a half a mile an hour, right?
It's when I say when it's consistent, it's because there's the other aspects of it is the fact that the accelerator is consistently strong.
Let him answer. Finish your answer.
So the accelerator is at a constant rate, and then it just drops by half a mile, and the steering wheel all of a sudden abruptly goes to the right.
I don't know, folks. Maybe it's just me, but this guy does not instill confidence in me about his knowledge base and his fact base. Like, he doesn't give me confidence that he knows what he's talking about. I think he's just using words together just to like make it seem like he knows this stuff. Am I the only one? Let me know in the comments below if you feel the same way, or if you feel differently. If you want to tell me, Larry, you're full of crap. This guy is an expert and you should trust him, and he has a lot of good information. You're just stupid because you just got your Bachelor of Arts in philosophy and with a minor in criminal justice, Larry. This guy got his associate's degree in whatever the hell, and he took specific classes about kinematics and the driving of the acceleration of the physics motion and stuff. And he is the expert, so he's the one you should listen to. Please tell me in the comments below. How do you feel? Am I the only one?
That's what I'm talking about when I say it is consistent with a pedestrian strike. That's something that you would see. It's not going to be a huge change of speed during this collision.
You also note that at the time, it had begun to snow, correct?
Yes.
There would be snow on the lawn, right?
Correct.
There would be snow on the cars,
Yes.
snow on the trees,
Yes.
snow on the roadway.
Yes.
Snow on the roadway could impact how tires move over the roadway, correct?
In a way.
What do you mean in a way? Of course they will. What? Is this guy serious?
And obviously there are a multitude of reasons why somebody might input a 10-degree input on a steering wheel, correct?
Correct. That's why I said I couldn't definitively say it.
Right. So every time somebody slows down, going in reverse or forward and introduces a 10-degree input on the steering wheel, doesn't mean they're looking to hit a pedestrian, correct?
Correct.
You testified that you determined the area of impact by basically following, if I heard your testimony correctly, basically following the debris field from the body from where you believed John O'Keefe's body's final resting place was, almost linearly to the furthermost piece of debris that was found. Did I get that right?
Yes.
In other words, you established what in your mind, or what you were told was his final resting place, and what you were told was the debris field. And you indicated that the furthermost piece of debris would basically be the area of impact, right?
It's within that line. I didn't say that is the area impact where the furthermost piece of evidence is.
All right.
It's just the linear, like you said earlier. It's that linear. We're throwing that path. That's the path that he traveled post impact with the vehicle.
And that is on which that fact that you stated.
So he was propelled? Like the impact was so strong. If the impact was that strong, wouldn't there be more damage to the SUV, to the Lexus? Hello? How do you confine an impact to a human body to a surface area that is 7.5 inches by 8.5 inches and then just pretend like nothing else is there? And not only that, he traveled a distance. I know in trial number 2, we are prepared for their Hank Brennan's excuse that John O'Keefe's head allegedly hit the icy ground or whatever. I thought there was snow on the ground. There was a snowstorm going on, so isn't the ground going to be soft from all the snow? Or are they going to argue it was before the snowfall? I mean, I can't wait for them to try a theory and get caught in a very, very bold-faced lie. Now that I cannot wait for. Oh, it's going to be juicy.
Stated is on which it's a terrible question. That's the basis for your opinion of where the area of impact was, correct?
Yes.
Let's take a look at exhibit, with the court's permission, 587. It's your diagram 3. If I may approach Your Honor, just for,
Okay.
so you can see it. Your Honor, may we publish exhibit 587? diagram
Yes.
3? Okay. Sir, you see diagram 3 on the board. You also have it in front of you, correct?
Yes.
It's easier for you to refer to what's in front of you because that's a little bit further away. Just let me know.
Okay.
The red arrows adjacent to the blue writing, where I'm highlighting right now, indicate basically the debris field that you explained to the jurors on Friday, correct?
Yes.
And then there's a point of an arrow that comes back to a wording that says pedestrian's final rest, basically right there, correct?
Yes.
And the debris field ends right in the middle of that spotlight, correct?
Yes.
All right. So that's the area of impact that you indicated to Mr. Lally you believe occurred because of the debris field and the linear portion of that debris field going from the pedestrian's final rest all the way out to that final little red arrow that says red plastic B in parentheses, correct?
Yes.
Yona, can we have exhibit 492 published for the juror, please?
Okay.
While that's coming up, have you ever seen this?
No, I haven't.
Take a look just above the arrow. Your Honor, with the court's permission, may we highlight or magnify the area just above the arrow?
Okay.
You see that?
Yes, I do.
Right underneath the fire hydrant.
He's never
Correct?
seen
Correct.
it?
What does that look like to you?
Piece of plastic.
It's debris, correct?
Correct.
All right. Can we go back with the court's permission to exhibit 87?
Okay.
And this is where, now that we've established that, Trooper Paul, you don't have credentials to talk about this stuff, now let's talk about this stuff.
You see the fire hydrant?
Yes.
Fire hydrant's right there.
So
correct?
the impact was so strong, pieces of plastic went flying in every direction, but the rest of the vehicle was untouched. Make it make sense.
Correct.
That's another, according to your scale, that's probably a good 30 feet. from the pedestrian's final rest, correct?
Yeah, that's about right.
That is the furthermost in this diagram, the furthermost piece of debris on the diagram, correct?
Correct.
So now, your testimony changed that this, in fact, is the area of impact.
No,
No?
because it's just a piece of debris. I'm talking about the path. You follow the path of debris field. Debris can move and change.
The debris doesn't fly
What?
backward.
What did he just say? Wait, I want to hear this again. What changed?
Because it's just a piece of debris. I'm talking about the path. You follow the path of debris field. Debris can move and change.
Debris can move and change. Does it have legs, Trooper Paul? Unless it's being manipulated. Did you just admit to the planting of evidence debris can move and change? Debris is unchanging. Debris is inanimate objects. It doesn't move and change. It is unmovable and unchanging unless being manipulated by the people that are investigating it. Oh my God, I completely forgot about that part. Wow. Debris has legs now, folks. That's a newsflash to me. It has legs and it can relocate. It can move down the street. It can move to the other side of the city. It can move to a different country. Debris can move and change.
The debris doesn't fly backward, does it?
No.
I'm saying you pointed to like just the fire hydrant as the area impact where the debris, where that one piece of plastic was, saying that's the area impact is right next to the fire hydrant.
Are you asking me a question?
Yeah, that's what you said, right?
I'm asking you,
I'm making sure I'm understanding what you're saying, so I can answer the.
So I can lie accordingly. Yeah.
Ask the question
we
again,
get it.
Mr.
We get it.
Jackson.
in fact, you indicated on Friday that your analysis of the area of impact was predicated on, based on, the furthermost piece of debris from the pedestrian's body that you were aware of, which is right there, red plastic B, correct?
Yes,
I said it was-
and he just admitted that he has never seen that photograph before, so he can't go back and say, well, actually, this changes my testimony. Like, what the hell, man?
Say that's definitely the point of area impact or the point of impact.
can't.
I cannot say that is the point of impact right there. You just kind of follow the linear path because they have to follow in a direct path that way.
Okay, so now your testimony is that's not the area of impact.
I never said that was the area impact. I said it's after that.
Trooper, we were all here on Friday.
Okay.
That's exactly what you said under questioning by Mr. Lally, wasn't it?
Objection.
Sustained.
Grab him, don't let him go.
Didn't you say on Friday
Grab him and don't let him
that you
go.
determined the area of impact for Mr. O'Keefe? The
Yep,
point of impact
yep.
was red plastic B because that was the furthermost piece of debris you were aware of from the final point of rest from Mr. O'Keefe's body.
Yep,
Isn't that what you said?
yep.
I don't believe that's my exact words.
Oh,
Okay.
now he's going back on his words. Okay, get him, Jackson.
Exact words. I don't have a transcript of it. I'm asking you, is that what you tried to impart to the jurors?
What I said to the jury, I said after that. That's the start of. That's the last point of evidence that I had. I said the area impact is probably along the roadway after that point. I mean, like before it, if you have to walk towards him.
I'm sorry, I keep doing that because I think you're done. Are you done?
I am done now, sir.
Now you're aware that there's a piece of debris, looks like taillight material, right under the fire hydrant,
Yes.
correct?
Correct.
If the area of impact, which you indicated on Friday, was where this red plastic B is, you would be wrong, right? Your analysis would be flawed.
No, because that's not what I said. I said it's along the roadway, and it's going to be after that point.
Oh
Okay?
my God.
So is the area of impact now where the fire hydrant is?
Objection.
Ask it differently.
Is it?
Are you now indicating, because now you realize that there's a piece of debris directly under the fire hydrant, are you now indicating that that's the area of impact where John O'Keefe's body was struck?
Objection.
Sustained.
What? Why?
Let's take a look at exhibit
I don't know.
information.
I think Jackson had another opportunity. If I were there, and again, I know it's stressful, trust me, and I'm sitting here in the comfort of my home, I'm not litigating. It's just my brain can't stop working this out. If I had to cross-examine Trooper Paul myself, I would ask it something like this. On Friday, you testified that the point of impact is going to be found somewhere along the line of the trajectory, basically reverse. You go from the body backwards to the road, correct? Correct. To your knowledge, red plastic piece B, first piece of plastic on its trajectory path towards John O'Keefe's body, correct? Correct. Now, with the new revealed information that there's a piece of plastic near the fire hydrant, your calculus is now changed, correct? And let him answer. That's what I would have done. Does that impact your calculus? Does it now change? Rather than saying you are wrong, because that's objectionable, just open it up. It's risky, it's dangerous. And of course, he's going to weasel his way out, but it's not going to work because the jury's already heard it. He said the first piece of plastic is going to be the point of impact. That's obvious. Where you don't find plastic, then there was no impact. Where you find plastic, there was impact, according to him, right? Now, we know that plastic has been brought after the fact, broken off of Karen's SUV, and scattered across. I know, we have to leave all of that to the side. We have to play this pretend game, this pretend visual that they are painting. And it's very difficult, but it's not impossible. You just work in a vacuum. So in the coulda, shoulda, woulda world, and basically you start working backwards from that, and then maybe you can get something going. So folks, I wanted to thank you all for watching. We're going to leave this on a cliffhanger, and we're going to continue this with Trooper Paul's cross-examination by Alan Jackson in trial number 1 next time. Bye, everybody.